Hi Domo, Butcher woo 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 here today. We're going to be playing some Demoman and talking about it in a pub. Huzzah! I'll see you there. Oh, sweet. I think we found a server without cheaters on. That's terrific. Well, hello. Welcome back. How are you all doing today? So, as with tradition, I have played no video games at all today, and, well, we're going to be warming up on the video that I'm actually recording. So that's terrific. But anyway, how are you all doing today? Today we're going to be having a little chat about Demoman. Holy shit. This is by far my, not my least played class, but probably my worst class. As some of you might be aware, I'm quite a hit-scanny boy. Like, I may or may not play a lot of, like, spy, scout, sniper, shotgun pyro, that kind of thing. So, when it comes to projectiles, my brain's a little funked, I think, to put it politely. And Demoman is the projectile class. He has no shotgun, he has no minigun, none of that bollocks. He just has big old projectiles. I guess you could count melee as hit scan, but I wouldn't really consider Demoman and Demoknight the same class. I know they literally are Demoman, but they're both very, very different. If you're running around trying to hit people with your sword and doing a shield charge, that's very different to spamming stickies into a doorway. And to be perfectly honest, most of my hours on Demo are from a few years ago, back when Demoknight was, like, different. Pretty much, like, you just ran the charge and targe, the Islander. The Tide Turner didn't exist because you could just use Joy to key to turn instantly, that kind of thing. That was most of my hours. So as a result, I just died to a bloody scorch shot. As a result, most of my hours on Demoman are pretty much only using, like, the pipe launcher and, like, you know, the charge and targe. So my sticky aim is trash. I have, you know, enough kills on it, but by far, this is, like, Demoman, in terms of, like, all my strange weapons and stuff, he has probably the lowest number next to, like, you know, if you count Engineer and Heavy. But I don't have, like, I have, like, 150 hours on both of those. Like 300 total or something, I don't know. But, yeah, anyway. We're going to be running around with the sticky bomb launcher and the grenade launcher and stuff. If you want just general advice, by the way, the best Demoman loadout are just variants of stock. Like, if you want to be Prem, Cadus, War, all of those people, they all run this. Most of them recently switched to the Iron Bomber. We'll talk about that later. But, there you go, have the health back. Go on. We do make a good team. I'll protect you, Heavy. Anyway, yeah. So, the best Demoman loadout is pretty much just stock or a variation of stock. As you can see, like... Did I not kill him? I didn't I killed his dispenser, I'm an idiot. Okay, tip of the day. Don't just use the corner of your eye to guess. I saw that I killed something bracket and then the engineer's name, so I assumed it was sentry gun. I probably should have taken the literal 1.1 seconds to actually look there and see if I got the sentry. Anyway, that's alright. Instant basically respawn on Hoodoo. Hoodoo, by the way, an amazing Demoman map. Hoodoo, any map with loads and loads of chokes, basically. Hoodoo, Dust Bowl, parts of Upward, parts of most King of the Hill maps. Basically, Demoman's just, like, incredibly powerful, and I'm shit at him, basically. But anyway, yeah. So, you don't really probably need me to give general tips on Demoman, but I will run down on it. There is no reason for me not to just sit here and blindly spam. All the weapons have arcs, and you can abuse the shit out of that. By which I mean, Soldier, for example, all of his rockets go in a perfectly straight line, so you have to be basically looking at the thing you're shooting, or at least abusing edges. Demoman, you know, his things shoot in an arc. I know it sounds silly, but use that to your advantage. You can hit stuff that you can't even see. There's plenty of maps where I don't think this is one of them. Maybe it is. There's plenty of maps where you can, like, shoot over the roofs of buildings, like Badwater. If you learn those positions, you'll suddenly get a bunch of kills that you didn't realize you were getting. If you want just, like, a general way to find all of those, go on and watch, like, any Prem Demoman stream. There's so many of them. / invite if you're in North America. And you'll just see them spamming certain areas, and then them getting kills, and then just put that in the back of your mind. I mean, okay, on Badwater 3rd, when I'm playing on offense, I can shoot over the... Holy shit! Did you see that? I mean, of course, it was on the video. I caught the bloody grenade in the door. Oh my. I didn't even know you could fucking do that. This game, you don't know how many hours, but, like, bloody always surprises me. But anyway, yeah. We are abusing the fact that I'm using projectiles here, due to the fact that it means that I can quickly peek out, spam, and then go back into safety. A general tip for stickies, while I'm kind of shit at stickies, is don't necessarily just hold down right click and spam left click. It works fine if you're going into a group, but if people aren't aware that you're there, if you just put down like 3 stickies at their feet, you'll pretty much always kill them. You don't have to hit concurrent stickies. There's a man up there. But anyway, yeah, you'll see me running around basically with the pipe launcher a lot of the time, even though the stickies are... They originally were Demoman's primary. If you haven't been playing I know they might have changed it like 8 years ago or something, but on launch, Demoman's primary was the sticky launcher, and his grenade launcher was secondary. I think they switched it up after they added the charge and targe, so after the Demoman update, I don't know when that was, but anyway. The sticky launcher is intended really to be offensive and defensive. Like, the TF2's inbuilt class types don't mean shit. Please. I extended you help heavy. Can you come back and help me? Yeah, the archetypes in TF2 don't mean shit. Demoman isn't just a defense class, he is also an offense class, and the sticky launcher is, like, maybe the best weapon in the game, one of the best weapons in the game, because it has, like, it fulfills every role, basically. You can hit stuff you're not looking at. You can time when you want to hit stuff. It's good on defense, it's good on offense, it has shitloads of ammo, it's shitloads of ammo in the clip, it reloads at a modest rate, and it does a shitload of damage. So it's basically just strong as hell. Basically, the only reason I'm only using the pipe launcher over it most of the time is because I'm pretty shit with it. Like here, sure, there's a heavy standing still. Sticky launcher's probably an easy way to do it. But as you're saying, I'm also kind of being stupidly aggressive. The kind of thing I'm doing... it's a bit silly, but normally when I play Demoman, it's normally when I'm playing with my friends, so usually I'll have a humongous overheal. So you'll see me, like, jumping around like an idiot. It's because I'm kind of used to having 260 HP at all times, so if I'm running into that area back there, I wouldn't have just been one-shot by an SMG, I would have survived. So that's just a general thing as well. Believe it or not, but Medic's incredibly strong, but if you buff... That's just a silly thing to say, but, like, if you buff a Demoman, he can be incredibly stupid, even without an Uber. If you just give a Demo 260 and he walks out in front of a heavy, he should win the battle. Like, 3 pipes will one-shot a heavy in 3 shots. Not quite one shot, but anyway, yeah. We need to get somewhere better. I don't like sitting in here not doing anything, so I'm just going to jump like an idiot. Never mind. There's men here. Alright, so what we're going to do is the old escape technique and run away. It's basically free spam like that. If I'm running away... I do like to just kind of throw stickies behind me, because there's no reason not to. Like, you don't move slower when you're running around with a sticky launcher. So I don't see any reason not, if you're escaping, to go back. But anyway, yeah, that was a really silly decision. I was just getting bored. And Demoman can be a lot about patience. Like, you don't have to always be at the front of the battle, even if you can sticky jump really fast and do loads of damage. Hello, medic. Any chance you could heal the man on 78 HP? You know, that's alright. You can... just an arrow would do. Okay. But we're coming across quite often Demoman's weakness here of if something's directly in his face, he's screwed. Scout is Demoman's, I say hard counter. It's about as close to a hard counter as you can get most of the time. Ah, it's a good pyro. Amazing. About as close as you can get to a hard counter is Scout on Demoman. Like, you know, Engineer on Scout maybe, but basically Demoman's shit in close range and Scout's amazing at close range. Demoman, if someone's in his face, he will either melee him twice, and the other guy deserves to die because he's got hit by 2 melees, or the demo will hit like a pipe or 2 on him, and then the demo himself will die. So if you're having difficulty against like a really good demo, just rush the shit out of him. If he's right in your face, if you're right in his face, oh! Nice air reflect, man. Yeah, good pyro indeed. If the Demoman's right in some, sorry, if you go right into a Demoman's face, he tends to get completely screwed over. Like, there's not a great deal he can do. His sticky bombs take like, you know, about a second or so to shoot and detonate. His pipes will kill him, and if he switches out his melee, that's another couple of seconds he's not really doing anything. He's pulling out his melee, he's not actually attacking you. So that is a tip. I think it's a useful tip as well, in playing against Demoman. What I should be doing here, really, is putting up... Oh, there's a bloody sniper at the back right, I didn't see. That's a bit silly. What I should have been doing there was putting stickies on both sides, but I was reloading my grenade launcher because it's more immediate. I felt like if we were capping the last point, it would have been a better idea for me to have pipes, just so it meant if someone ran into my face, I could at least try and kill them. Whereas if I had the stickies, you know, the delay would have made that a bit difficult. But we're not going too bad. This map is horrible to push on. Like, it's just, this is how the map works. Oof, look at that little tip as well. You don't have to do a full sticky jump every time. If you just need to do a small hop, try to distance yourself as far away from the sticky, and you can just do a tiny hop for not too much damage. I'm going to try and do a couple of blind spams over there. I killed a boy. I don't know if that was the sniper. Was it Napoleon? I'm not sure, but yeah. Now our team started to push. I can run up ahead and spawn camp. Which, by the way, is a genuine strat. Spawn camping is, like, it's a bit mean to do, but it's a really easy way to win a lot of the time. If you just play demo, rush all the way to their spawn and just put stickies on the door. Yeah, it's really, really strong, but also your team will basically win off of it, just by you playing demo. I'm going to switch off from the grenade launcher to the iron bomber. I was only really using it just because it's, like, the stock weapon, and it's nice to kind of use that at the start. But I personally do prefer the iron bomber. I don't have a strange one, because I don't really care that much anymore. But I feel like the iron bomber, for me at least, is a lot easier to aim. What are you doing, Demoman? He's not quite inspecting it correctly. Yeah, the iron bomber is pretty much a perfect side grade in the sense that you basically don't trade much for much else. It still does 100 damage. It still has 4 bullets in the clip, or 4 grenades in the clip, I guess. And it still, you know, reloads and does this. Everything's basically the same. The difference is, instead of having rollers, i.e. you can spam easily over things and under things, you have kind of like weird sticky bomb things, which is amazing. Like, they managed to somehow make a balanced Demoman side grade. Like, Demoman's stock weapons have been the best for so long. There's been no reason really to use anything but the stock in like a serious scenario, just because everything's so strong. So the fact they've somehow managed to make a sticky bomb launcher and a grenade launcher side grade that function well and are balanced is... I don't know how they did it, to be honest. Like, they couldn't do it with the sapper. The red tape was really broken at the start because it crashed servers, and then they fixed that crash, and it became really, 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 really bad. So the fact they managed to balance one of the most strong weapons in the game, one of the strongest weapons, is really good. Don't melee crit me. Maybe you should have tried for melee crit me. Oh, that was a spy. And we got the medic. Look at that. So yeah, that brings me on to another point. Demoman is all about the burst damage. By what I mean by that is obviously, like, heavy, to an extent, pyro now, snipers, SMG. These are all classes that do damage over time. Demoman will just immediately do bursts of 100. It's a very TF2-y thing. But that also means that, similar to, like, you know, the whole, oh, I just missed a backstab, so I'm going to go for an ambassador headshot. If you're about to die on Demoman, seriously, like, if you've got a full... If you're not, like, shooting at anything already, if you've got a full clip of grenades, just spam the shit out of them wherever you want. If it hits someone, it will do 100. It might kill them. It's incredibly good. As you saw earlier, maybe one of these medics heal me. I'm playing Demoman. You can crits me. Demoman's good with crits. Good with crits, Krieg. Yeah? Okay. I should have... No, he's gone somewhere. He was critsing me and then he left somewhere else. I'm not very good at with stickies either, so if I'm doing this, I will just end up playing, like, MVM, where I'll just put billion crit stickies around and wait for people to walk into them. But if you get like a proper man demo, he will run around with that sticky launcher and do nut things with it. Not with a capital N, by the way. Don't you dare kill my medic. There's a bloody sentry over there, yeah. You can just deal with everything as well. Like, this might have been difficult to play as soldier. He doesn't have nearly as many explosives as a demo. The fact that you can just run around, kill a sentry, kill 8 people, kill everything is insane. Like, you have so much bloody advantage with the clip size you've got. Between the stickies and the grenades, you have bloody 12 explosives that all do, like, around 100 damage. So use the Christ out of that to your advantage. Like, as I was pushing that, I didn't stop to wait instead of, like, a sticky trap. That would have been a bad time. You gotta switch. You gotta switch between being all defensive and being like, oh, put sticky trap up there and a sticky trap there or whatever. And then you gotta suddenly go, whoosh, pull out the old grenade launcher. Poof, poof, poof. But, okay, that'll bring me on to another topic. Pipes are kind of difficult to aim. For the most part. Like, if you don't play a lot of Demoman, if you just play, like, Sniper or Pyro or something, you won't be really used to aiming pipes. So a genuine tip, as with most of the Sixes classes, is if you can find, like, a DM or an MGE server and play against friends, you will get used to the arcing pretty quickly. A somewhat popular method is to run Demoman v Scout, i.e. you get a friend on MGE to play Scout against you, and you play Demoman, and you only use the grenades, and you basically just try to hit grenades over and over again. There's ammo mod in MG as well. There's a bunch of stuff you can do that will basically just help you train. I'm not even kidding either. MVM is alright, because it's not like you're really ever going to get the upgrades that increase grenade speed. They might have even gotten rid of those. You might always have the exact same grenade speed in MVM now. So, like, if you play a lot of MVM, just play, like, Grenade Demoman for a bit. You'll learn the arc pretty quickly, especially if all the robots are just, like, pyro robots or something. It just literally gives you, like, 1,000 things to practice aiming on. Also, remember that maps are sometimes poorly balanced and you can just shoot grenades and stickies into the spawn. So I'm going to be that guy right now who tries not to get backstab and puts a bunch of stickies on the door. Because it's not like they're going to be able to look through that shutter anyway. Like, the moment someone steps out, I can just right-click and probably kill them. Or do a bit of damage to the people that are already in there. Doing a little bit of blind firing. This is a bit of a mean thing to do, but like you can see, I'm kind of getting countered by the pyro walking out. I had to escape. I couldn't stay in there. Even though I had 260 HP. Is this spy going to kill my engineer friend? Big on. Thought. That's right. Yeah, there is a spy creeping around here. Did you manage to get all your builder? Oh no, your dispenser. Alright. Well, our team's apparently just spawn camping quite well here. Like, what their team could do is just, you know, have this thing called an Uber charge on medic. It's quite strong. It's where you build invulnerability meter, and then you go all shiny as the dentist, and the guy that the dentist is doing his teeth for. There was a spy. There he is. Look at this. Look at this. Let's try and get him. We got him! You see that? Yeah. So you can also, because Demoman does have a fairly big explosion radius, I think it's like, if I explode, I think it hits like that. If you're kind of guessing where a spy is, and you roughly get where he was, like if the spy was there, and I put a sticky here, this sticky would probably find the spy there, just by the explosion, and he'll flash for a second. And if he's a bad spy, he'll just keep walking in a straight line. So you can use that even to pull out the grenade launcher and try and, like, guess where the spy is. Pretty strong. Like, if you want to kill invisible spies, Demoman's probably the easiest class to do it on, other than, like, Pyro, obviously. Just because you can just mindlessly spam near where spies should be. Like, this little walkway here, there's probably going to be a spy here eventually. So I'm just going to watch out and see if anyone gets flashed. If I see a spy going all whoosh, 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 you know, when he gets bumped, I'm going to use that, and I'm going to make him sad by shooting at him with my explosive gun. You'll also notice, by the way, this is a humongous tip as well. Sniper is Demoman's, like, other humongous counter. All the snipers in spawn, even if they're, you know, pub gibbous snipers and they're not that likely to get a kill, if they do, like Mr. House over there, he seems to be doing alright. He's their top scorer. Like, he's a good player. I'm staying out the sniper sight line. I could literally stand next to their spawn door and just do this, but I was afraid of doing that because there was a sniper on the other spawn. I think that's a smart thing to do. Like, spawn camping is possible, especially from demo, because you do have that long range. I shouldn't have to say this, but I think I will, because I remember on stream the other day, someone said they didn't know this. Remember, on the sticky launcher, if you hold down left click, you can charge it and make it go zoom. I shouldn't have to say that, because it's part of the sticky bomb launcher's, like, main mechanic. But apparently some people didn't know, so there you go. Top tip for anyone who maybe hasn't played that much Demoman, or maybe never played the tutorial. If you want to go charge, shoot, 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 boom, you want to hit something at long range, that's what you want to go for. That spy is going to attack someone. You see how angrily he was looking at our team? A friendly spy wouldn't have done that. Go on. Goodbye, Pyro. That was mean. Yeah. So there you go. We finally got brought down by a Pyro. But yeah, that was like the main thing. What I could have done to avoid that was... This is something a lot of demos do. Is they put like a sticky trap on the HP pack that they're waiting to respawn. Had I just put a sticky trap on that entrance there, I could have just deaded as the Pyro went in. I might have died as well. But then, you know, he would have died as well. Kind of going for a bit of a trade there. So, there you go. Another super generalistic tip for Demoman, just in general. In terms of being generalistic, generally. Oof. Ouch. Never mind, I got crit. He's on 14 HP. There you go. Actually, that's a Demoman's weakness. Is because he does only full, pretty much, burst damage, it's not his job necessarily to clean up on people that are on, like, 20 HP. The reason that you'll see Demoman in 6s having a fuckload of damage and not very many kills will they'll be spamming loads of pipes and stickies and doing shitloads of damage, but then it'll be the scout going in and doing, like, 40 damage to finish them off. So don't feel sad on Demoman if you have, like, a fuckload of damage but, like, no kills. That's very, very normal. That is, like, pretty much how it's intended to go, in that, you know, you'll do 100 damage for scout and then he'll just one-shot you, basically, with his scattergun. That's expected. That's how the scattergun works. That's the mechanic. It's meant to do chip damage and it's meant to be good in close range. If I'm doing this, the only reason those people died was pretty much they were standing in a straight line and didn't move. Had they have, like, dodged it, I would have done less damage and I'd have to rely on my team to go in and finish them up. So yeah, here's, like, a super amazing generalistic tip as well. Going off that last point, if you're playing Demoman with a friend, like, you know, you're both playing TF2, he's playing, I don't know, Scout or Pyro, don't necessarily go for frags, go for damage. If you see 3 heavies on the cart, shoot, you know, 3 or 4 stickies at them, and then switch to putting stickies on other people. You don't have to waste a whole sticky on doing, like, 10 damage to someone and finishing them off. If you can just work with your team to try and do a lot of damage to a lot of different people, you're basically playing to his strength. It's Demoman's job to just spread damage everywhere. Also, it'd be nice if I got a heal, but that's alright. I think, is this one of the doorways you can spam? Yeah, you can spam over that doorway. I don't know where it lands. It lands in the air, so it's kind of useless. But should we have been using, like, the stock, maybe it would have been different. Probably not, actually. They're pretty much the same arc. The difference, by the way, between the Iron Bomber and the stock, in TF2... Yeah, spamming in there is pretty good. In TF2, grenade and projectile physics is based on the model for some reason, or something along those lines. So because the grenade launcher is kind of an oval-esque shape, or like a cylinder, it's not perfectly round. Sometimes they kind of wobble in the air and go a weird direction. And the Iron Bomber, as you can see, is pretty much just a straight circle. Which, by the way, brings me on to a point that I completely forgot about. If I want to top up there, I shouldn't be using the sticky jumper, or I shouldn't be using the sticky launcher to jump. What I should be doing is using one of these. This thing is amazing for jumping just small gaps. You don't take that much damage. That was about 50 damage, that's alright. And it's really easy to do compared to normal pipe jumping. Normal pipe jumping, you kind of have to put it somewhere where you think it's not going to wobble, then you have to time it, and then you have to jump. With this, it will just hang in place. It's an amazing, like, weird sticky launcher thing. Okay, here though, tip. He deaded them. There you go, that was a tip from his end. The, what is it, the Quickie Bomb launcher and the Scottish Resistance kill enemy stickies. So if you know an enemy Demoman that's putting stickies on, like, a doorway, just put, like, 1 Quickie Bomb launcher in there and it will get rid of all of them. It's amazing. But what I was going to say was, if you see a bunch of grenades Yes, you can't shoot them with like a shotgun to get rid of them, but you can put a grenade launcher, you can put like a sticky bomb launcher next to it to push them away from you and hopefully into him. Okay, I'm kind of getting bored of the sticky launcher, so I'm just going to switch to the jumper just for a little bit, just because it's a bit of fun. I quite like running around with the jumper and the iron bomber, just because it gives me a shitload of mobility for free. Like, you take no damage if you use it correctly. You can fly everywhere instantly. And this thing still does a fuckload of damage. That was a 300 damage crit. This is a heavy. That's a pyro. Nah, it's a double frag. That's what that is. You see, a vaccinator medic, even he cowls away from the bloody grenade launcher. Although he does still only take 25 damage. Where's that dot? Alright. Let's have a little poot over here and have a little peek. He's still using explosive resistance. Ah, he left off of it for a second. There you go. Here's another tip. Should be obvious, but bloody... I hate vaccinator medics on Demoman. They completely shut you down. If there's a good vaccinator medic, he'll just run explosives whenever he runs up to you. And you won't do anything. There's nothing you can do. Vaccinator basically just counters demo. If there's a demo running around on the other team on Dust Bowl, critsing everyone, and you just die and there's nothing you feel like you can do, vaccinator him. Vaccinator against him, get like a heavy, get a pyro, whatever. Just run an explosive vaccinator and it'll just maul him and it'll make him sad. And then the Demoman will maybe switch to another server or just pipe an invisible spy. You like that, Mr. Fuzzington Bear? Yeah, I read that. I thought he was going to go up to the pack. Anyway, this was something I wanted to say earlier. I can't do it now, obviously, because I'm using the sticky jumper, but do this. Put 2 actual sticky bombs on health packs. The number of frags you'll get, my man, and women, and, you know, whatever, is insane. Like, people don't look on the they assume that health packs are, like, safe zones, so they won't notice. They'll just be like, hoo-hoo, time to get a delicious health pack, and then you just right-click, and they instantly die. And because they're going for the health pack, chances are they're low. So, like, 1 or 2 stickies will pretty much kill everything, without even having to worry about it. There's a pyro, little pipe there, gets them quite nicely. Would you like the health pack? There you go. Be nice to your friends, leave the health pack for them. I'm now going to proceed to be an idiot and jump their medic. Never mind, I got him. So here's a tip I also can't really do because I'm using the sticky jumper, but what a lot of people like to do is... Come here, you little shit. No, he's got me. A lot of people like to do is they like to put a sticky bomb on the floor just before they pipe someone, so it means they can detonate. I'm going to actually run. Switch back to the sticky launcher just so I can show this. Unless the game ends. The game might end. Okay, well, I guess the round's ending, but what I wanted to show off was a lot of Demoman, like, say this dispenser was a bad boy. Or that pyro, maybe? Oh, yeah, look. What a lot of Demoman like to do is they'll put a sticky bomb and then a grenade, and then they'll det them at the same time. It's a really good strat to just suddenly do, like, 200-ish damage, 180. If you're coming against a pyro, that's amazing, because the pyro tends to try and reflect one of them. It won't work if he's reflecting the sticky, and then he'll say, you know, switch to something else to try and shoot you. So there you go. Just a tip in general. Sticky launcher, and then pull out the pipe launcher, and then as you hit them with the pipe, detonate the sticky. You'll get a lot of burst kills with that. Anyway, yeah. That's going to finish the video for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.